Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of Train Drive. You might notice actually I've got it angled slightly different. There's a shelf with nothing on it. It's fine. You may also notice I've got my suitcase train open, and if I just do this with the remote, which I don't know if you can see. Now, the faster it goes, admittedly, the faster it goes, the louder it is. But look, I'm just going to leave that running, let it run itself round throughout the course of this episode. Try not to get too distracted, won't you? But for now, let's see what's coming up. Well, our main story for this week is that LNER has released their first look at its brand new SERENZA Class 897 trains. The rail union TSSA has commented after major disruption took place across London yesterday, Wednesday, after a derailment and a signal failure. And also Great Western Railway, they have introduced a battery-only train in passenger service. We've also got lots more coming up, so stay tuned. Yes, so first of all, I feel like I'm having to really crouch because like if I have it at my normal angle, then you can't see it running. But if I have it, if I don't crouch, then the top half of my head's cut off. So, but then if I stand too far back, I don't know if you can hear me or not. But anyway, so LNER has revealed images of its brand new Class 897 trains, as well as confirming its new name for the fleet. So LNER has confirmed that these trains are going to be called the SERENZA trains, which LNER has said is made up of the word serene and Spanish style suffix enza, which, I quote, evokes the feeling of peace and calm. Now, it's going to be a fleet, a 10-strong fleet of Class 897 trains that are being built by CAF. The new fleet will have 10 carriages per set and will replace the Class 91 and Mark IV sets, which I know lots of people will be gutted about, obviously, because they are very popular. Now, they will operate alongside Azuma trains, which were built previously by Hitachi. Now, these Class 897s will be the first new train fleet that will be introduced as part of Great British Railways, because it's expected that by that time Great British Railways will all be in full swing and stuff like that. Now, these new trains will be tri-mode, which allows them to run on overhead power lines, diesel or batteries, and will have a total of 569 seats per train. Each train will feature reclining seats in first class and new seating in standard class with new side bolsters and head cushions, digital screens with the latest information, and something that I don't think do any trains have in the UK right now, a water bottle refilling station. I don't think I've come across a train with that on it yet, so that will be quite interesting. Now, accessibility will also be improved with these sets as well, with the Accessibility Forum working with LNER to make journeys easier, with 47 recommendations being made by the panel, and then each seat will have a plug socket and a USB-C charging port. So what are we thinking? Because personally, I do think from the images that I've seen anyway, I think they do look like they're going to be quite nice. But let me know. So like I say, they're going to come in, replace Class 91 and Mark IVs, and they will be working alongside the Azumers. Next, the Rail Union TSSA has stated that there must be a full and proper explanation given for the major rail disruption that took place during Wednesday, so that's this Wednesday just gone, so Wednesday the 4th of February I believe, which is yesterday for me at the time of recording. So it is stated that there must be a full and proper explanation given for the major rail disruption during Wednesday's rush hour both into and across London. So the disruption affected all of Govia Thameslink services, including Gatwick Express, Southern, Thameslink, and was accommodated and was accompanied by a rare do not travel warning, which remained in place for almost 2 hours. Now, it was announced that there was a fault with the signalling system between Norwood Junction and London Bridge, as well as a train derailment at the Selhurst depot, leading to the use of the warning and disruption to services. Now, the derailed train obviously blocked the depot, preventing other trains from leaving. Images taken showed that the train remained upright and there were no injuries. Feels like every week at the minute I'm covering derailments, doesn't it? Now, a spokesperson for Thameslink said, so this was yesterday that they said this, there would be 134 trains out of position overnight, and drivers would have to begin Thursday's service in different locations, which obviously meant that there's going to be severe disruption. Now, I'm just a little bit concerned that you can't really see me that well. So I'm just going to slow it down a bit so it's a bit quieter. Right, now this one I find quite cool. Great Western Railway has introduced a battery-only powered train into passenger service, and it's the first time we've had a battery-only powered train on the UK rail network. The battery electric Class 230 unit entered timetable service on the 31st of January 2026, operating the 5:30 AM departure from West Ealing to Greenford. Now, the deployment follows a 22-month trial of rapid changing technology on the Greenford branch line, during which the train was assessed under operational conditions. Now, during testing, the train also set a world record for the longest distance travelled by a battery electric train on a single charge, covering 200.5 miles and surpassing the previous benchmark of 139 miles set in 2021. Now, the infrastructure required for rapid charging was installed as part of the trial, with charging taking place at station stops rather than via continuous overhead electrification. Network Rail has supported the project, including the installation of fast charge battery banks and safety validation. Findings from the trial were published by Great Western Railway in a white paper in July 2025, where the study examined how intermittent fast charging at intermediate stops could support battery electric operations on lines where full electrification is not already in place. The operator said its future fleet plans require battery trains able to travel more than 60 miles between charges, with the record distance helping validate the technology's achievable range under test conditions. Now, Great Western Railway is working with the Department for Transport and other train operators as well to develop the financial and operational case for wider adaptation of battery-powered trains. Now, the unit, numbered at 230001, will initially run in passenger service on Saturdays only. However, Great Western Railway has said that its timetable is expected to expand over time as performance and operational data are gathered from regular service. Now, this next story is for those who are into the heritage railways and into a bit of a different day out to what you'd normally have on a heritage railway, because a heritage railway in North Yorkshire is bringing back its popular dining train services. Yeah, that didn't sound right then, but yeah, dining train services. The Wensleydale Railway announced its afternoon tea trains will be returning alongside a new range of seasonal menus. The 12 dining trains will include special events for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, go check out my channel, Reese Lucas, Easter Sunday services and other key dates throughout the year. In addition to the classic afternoon tea services, the railway will be offering a ploughman's lunch and themed menus with Mediterranean and Indian influences. The programme includes 2 Indian-inspired afternoon tea trains and 2 evening dining train services, serving a range of authentic Indian dishes. Each afternoon tea journey is priced at £52.50 per adult and £30 per child aged 14 and under, and includes the train fare and a complimentary glass of fizz or a soft drink. The timetable begins with the Valentine's Day train on February 15th and continues through to October 18th. Now, the special services, like I say, include the Indian-inspired tea train that will be taking place on the 3rd of May, and the Indian cuisine evening train on the 18th of May, and a Mediterranean-inspired summer train on the 23rd of August. Now, booking is essential. You must book. You can't just turn up, and booking can be done by visiting wensleydalerailway.co.uk. So, if that's your sort of thing, then head over to that website. Like I say, that is at wensleydalerailway.co.uk to find out a bit more. Going up to Scotland now, where provisional plans have been unveiled for the potential redevelopment of the railway station in Stranraer. Now, Network Rail wants to relocate the existing platform away from a former terminal on the East Pier, which saw its last ferry leave nearly 15 years ago. Now, architects have produced options for 2 sites, both of them a lot closer to the town centre and linked to a new mobility hub. The project, which it is hoped could be delivered for under £5 million, would be based on a new modular design concept to deliver a modern and more visually attractive building and support local regeneration. The current station right now is located on a pier at Stranraer Harbour. Now, in 2011, the ferry terminal was relocated along the coast, leaving the facility that the station is at feeling remote and quite far away from the town centre and a little bit pointless. Now, since then, the community has campaigned to relocate the station closer to the centre of Stranraer, currently about a 15-minute walk away. Now, this is me quickly flipping the page seamlessly. Now, among key considerations for its replacement have been better connection to the town centre, an improved passenger experience and capacity to accommodate charter trains. Now, Transport Scotland provided funding to Network Rail for a feasibility study to access the potential relocation of the station. It has looked at ways in which it could more effectively serve the requirements of Stranraer's residents, visitors and businesses, and the relocation is said to be a priority in the region's transport strategy delivery plan. And can you believe we are at our last story of the show already? Not sure you are, mate, though, because you went and forgot a really obvious story to report on. Railway lines damaged in the southwest of England during a storm will remain closed until further notice. Network Rail and Great Western Railway have said that engineers have been working on lines serving Exeter St Davies to Barnstaple, Exeter St Davies to Oakhampton and Liscard to Looe. Obviously we covered a little bit of this last week after Storm Chandra damaged the tracks. Now they said visible damage has been repaired, but specialist dive teams who needed to check submerged structures were unable to go out as water was still too high and flowing too fast for the inspections to be carried out safely. Network Rail and Great Western Railway have added bus or coach replacement services. They have been set up and it has apologised for any inconvenience caused. And Great Western Railway has advised to basically check before you travel because, like I said, they're suspended until further notice, and for any updates to check the Great Western Railway website. Guys, so you join me right now at my little, not currently very glamorous desk where I do my editing and stuff. I can't quite believe I forgot to add this in the script because I did know about this, I just forgot to add it in. But basically, the next two operators to come under public ownership have come under public ownership. Them being London North Western Railway and West Midlands Railway. Now, the milestone sees the two halves of West Midlands trains come under public ownership, marking the fourth operator to enter public ownership under the government's Passenger Railway Services Act as part of the formation of Great British Railway. So far, this means that West Midlands Trains, which is basically the parent company of West Midlands Railway and London North Western Railway, Greater Anglia, C2C Northern, TransPennine Express, South Eastern, LNER and South Western Railway are now under DFT Operator Limited management. So there we go. On the 31st of May, GTR, Govia Thameslink Railway, that's going to be the next to transfer to public ownership, with Chiltern Railways and Great Western Railways then expected to follow. And the DFT has obviously stated previously that it expects full public ownership programme to be completed by the end of 2027. Right, well that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. As always, if you do have any thoughts on any of the stories featured in today's show, then leave them down in the comments, and we do like to read them. And for now, that is going to be it for this week's Train Drown. I will see you next week on either Thursday or Friday. Generally, I think we're doing these every Thursday, aren't we? But it could be Friday, who knows. But from now, from me, and just wait for it. Hang on. Come in. My little friend. Do you know what? Shall we let's just send him really fast. Don't crash. Really slow. That's all right. Let me get to that this way. Really slow. Fast, slow. Thanks for watching. Take care.